Welcome back. To go back to sketch mode, simply head to our timeline and double left click the existing sketch. Let's create two horizontal lines. Head up to sketch and select line. Dropping our first point here, left click here, hitting escape. Recall that our previous command was a line. With that in mind, I can right click, head up and reselect repeat line instead of heading up to sketch once more. So creating another line here, left click and left click here, hit escape. Now a horizontal constraint was automatically added. If yours doesn't have, feel free to add horizontal constraint from our sketch palette. Moving forward, let's add the arc here. Heading up to sketch once more, heading to arc. Let's select 3-point arc. First point at the endpoint of our horizontal line, moving to the next endpoint of this horizontal line, left click. Notice the inferred tangent constraint. And when that appears, either of the two, I can now left click. Repeating the procedure, heading to the endpoint of this horizontal line, left click this endpoint, and with the inferred tangent visible, left click once more, hitting escape. Recall on the previous video, when the circle was created, it generated a yellowish region. In Fusion 360, this yellowish region is called profile. And in this moment, we currently have 3 sketch profiles. So one here, the second, and the third. In addition, our sketch entities has 2 colors, one in blue and one in black. Once more, a great way of determining what a sketch entity needs is to simply move entities. So here, let's grab this endpoint, left click and hold to move. In this instance, I am seeing the arc and the line needs a tangent constraint, and the circle and our arc needs a concentric constraint. Take note that currently this point is selected, and if I head to our sketch palette, some of the items here are grayed out. Now this means we have selected something, and that is the endpoint. Now to make this constraints active, we simply need to left click on the blank canvas to deselect. So left click here, head back to our sketch palette, selecting our tangent constraint, selecting our arc and this horizontal line, this arc and this horizontal line, heading to constraints once more, selecting concentric, selecting this arc and this circle. And let's check if we still need to apply constraints here. So selecting this arc and this circle. Hitting escape. Let's inspect our sketch once more. Let's move some entities. Let's select this arc. Left click and hold. To complete this sketch, based on our 2D drawing, we need a dimension. So let's head up to sketch. Selecting sketch dimension, let's select our horizontal lines. Left click here and key in 50. Hitting escape. Finally, let's create the 2 lines here. Instead of grabbing a line, let's head up to sketch and select 2-point rectangle. And on our feature options, let's change this to center rectangle. Let's drop the center point at the origin and left click at the intersection. So the X means intersection. Left click here, hitting escape, heading to sketch once more, grabbing sketch dimension, selecting this vertical line, and this vertical line, place our dimension here, left click, key in 20. Hitting escape. Let's now stop sketching. Heading to home view. Let's turn this 2D sketch into 3D by heading up to create and selecting extrude. Shortcut is letter E. Zooming out. Under select, making sure window selection is enabled. Left click and hold, creating a window selection. Release. Let's pull this arrow down. And let's be exact. I'm going to key in -15. Operation new body, selecting OK. Let's turn on the visibility of our sketch. Grab our extrude tool once more, selecting the sketch profile, pulling this arrow down. So notice whenever you see a red region, it pertains to a cut operation. Keying in -5 for the distance and selecting OK. Turning off the visibility of our sketch. To add the holes, I can head back to our timeline, double left click, our first extrusion, and currently we have 5 profiles selected. I'm going to hold our control key, deselect this profile and this profile, and hit OK. Congratulations, and in the next video, let's proceed to sketch base triangle.